Alright, so we're here at Riverwind Park, doing a park review as always. We're going to start with the struggles for kids in wheelchairs. This park is actually pretty good, so there's probably not going to be that much struggle. You got this little concrete path here. Besides the garbage,
and a huge ramp, speed bump.
Yeah, that's why they put the dirt here though. Sure. You see?
They'll probably catch it so their front wheels may flip over, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
So then you got the nice rubber thing, the ramp. So that's a nice entryway into the park area.
They got a lot of ground to go around too.
Yeah.
It's not just a direct path.
Yeah, and then not one, but two handicap swings.
They're like the twins.
So if you have a friend who's handicapped and you're handicapped, you swing together. Even though one of you will have to go and
you'll fall and you'll be in
it only goes up to one.
It's that person is less important than the person in this one.
So that was the only bad thing. Otherwise, if you look over at that area, they got a nice little area nice little entryway. No, because we're gonna stay here.
I know. Let's just look at how crappy this is. Look at that. It's like a giant crater.
Yeah. It's a crappy,
super sandy,
quality, but it's a nice way. It's like an easy access point for handicapped kids to go.
Just smells really bad.
Shut up!
It smells bad.
Shut up!
Okay, let's go do this part.
But as you notice here, real quick though, there's no ramp onto the playground. So that's another thing that is very common, unfortunately. And it's the same thing with this little area. This area is for the preschoolers, but blind kids could be in preschool too. So we gotta analyze it. So it's kind of a transition to our blind segment. We got a blind kid just following the ramp, so kind of leads directly to the stairs, which aren't too bad either. But then you just keep walking this way, and it'll fall.
It's not that big of a jump, but you notice on other parks, a ramp this high would generally have safety guards.
Yeah, and plus you didn't need to make the poles this tall.
Yeah.
Just easily run into here.
Two nut kind of crashers.
Because you needed them to keep the stair up, but you could just put it right here. You didn't need this shit up here.
Yeah, unless it's a warning for them, possibly if they do catch it, but most likely they're not.
And then you got a maze here, which they can't do.
Dude, it looks like a lot of swear words around there before.
This park is ghetto as shit.
Yeah, this is scary. Why are we here?
And then you got this ladder, which isn't too bad going up, but on the way down, it could just be
into a nice mud pit. It's like a muddy pit too.
You get a mud pie to the face.
Yeah.
And then this slide is actually pretty good. Besides smashing into here with your waist and this almost coming off. But if they see the slide and avoid the bird poop, they just go down the slide and then they're back on the mat. So it's okay, you just start again.
It's just a continuous cycle that they don't know what they'll be at.
Yeah, they might think it's something different every time, but either way, it's pretty nice for little blind kids, especially when they're so young.
Yep.
So yeah, Zach will take over at the big kid playground. Yeah. Okay.
We're at Riverwind Park. We're in the second segment of when Billy left off over there in the preschool section. Now we're here at the more advanced, I guess you can say. So we did mention the wheelchair people going here, and there's no ramp on the park, so that ends for them. And then we start for blind people, and when we get to here. So, this is pretty easy. And then, what Billy said on over that park, they could go forward because they're really in a guard or anything, but it's not too hazardous, not too far up. If they do mention, we can go over here. Why don't you go around that way?
Don't tell me what to do, bitch.
So then we're up here, and if you look down here, we have one of those skyscraper drop-offs. And, most kids are probably going to fall, and they're going to hit their head on here, or choking hazard, so that's dangerous. Plus they got a drop-off area where they're going to fall into a muddy pit as well. If you look how high that is too, if they think that's an opening, they probably should have put a couple ladders on there. So we're up here. We're at these swinging things. Now we saw these on the bigger ones. What park was that again?
We've never seen these before.
Yeah, remember the big one at your homeschool?
Oh, Mars Spy?
Yeah, I never had those.
Those are different though, because those are kind of
yeah,
it's not one thing.
I suppose. Well, these things, let's see if they... I suppose it's to do that kind of thing, I guess.
It is. You're supposed to scooch them with your hands.
So that's not too bad. It's kind of fun. you're not really going super fast, so you control your speed. So it's not gonna be a danger for like kids if they're going too fast.
And you're not like switching directions randomly.
Yep. And then this one, jeez, look how long this is.
This is tight, dude. This is my favorite thing. Once I could reach it.
They could fall. You know, that's. I mean,
Yeah,
those kids are gonna hang on, and fly up, and then go flying back that way. But if they're not aware of that, they could fall. Let's mention
Just
these.
do that.
So these are they need some oil.
Yeah.
It looks like they had the choice. They were deciding maybe they should do a hybrid model.
This is really stupid.
Yeah, so they have this, so a kid maybe grab on this right away and be like, what the fuck? And fall. And then they do finally mention this. Maybe they think it's like swinging up. So it's just going to be very confusing.
Yeah.
But if they do catch it, it's kind of, whoa! And then we're up here. It's really, really low compared to the platform. So it's a little bit dangerous there for Shin. Then they have this. Now, I always try to think that kids are like 6 feet tall because they think they're gonna hit their head here, but I gotta think they're like 4 foot. Okay, so we're here, and they have these things. We've seen these at Ella Jacob and a few other parks, I think. So they go on this. I mean, if they recognize this, it's gonna be okay, but they might think they're gonna step on this and fly off. If they think maybe it's like one of those stepping stones, so they're just gonna be like, whoa! And it gets very sketchy because they can't see what's happening. They don't know where they're going. And then they realize, oh, okay, maybe there's a platform, and it's extremely, extremely dangerous. So now, where Billy is right now with the camera, that's where we went that way. So now you could be crossing the bridge. It's not really that bad. It has safety features. So if you want to come over here, we have a stripper pole.
Yeah.
So they're going to practice their moves. It's not really danger unless they step off and they get close hang here. It's no big deal.
Show us an example.
I'm not going to close
Of
hang.
some moves.
I'm not going to close hang myself there.
No, some moves.
Oh, I can't today. So then they have this slide. They're probably going to recognize the slide's going to be okay. Unless they like full force swinging into there. It's a pretty safe slide, except for if you look here, to grab onto it, they have nowhere to grab. That's probably like a half an inch. So they're gonna be like on their fingertip like this.
Probably explains like the very like long opening, like
Yes.
until you get to the actual slide. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, we messed up with the bar, so we just gotta make sure that they realize it's a slide.
And as you can see on the slide, if you can or not, it looks like a lot of people with the jazzled like jeans were going down because there's scratches like
It's
crazy.
those people that like wear those spikes on their booties.
Yeah, and this is like
Those dumb jeans.
5-year-olds or something. So
Well, remember that 8-year-old we saw with half a shirt at Little League?
dude. That's like our audience for these parks, and I think we're like outgrown our audience. So we'll come over here, and this is where Billy will take off for the rest of the video. Thanks.